Hello friends, in today's lecture we will discuss about the rules for nomenclature of unsaturated hydrocarbons, that means alkenes and alkynes. Now the first rule for the nomenclature is the parent chain must contain the multiple bond regardless of the fact whether it also denotes the longest continuous chain of carbon atom or not. When we name saturated hydrocarbons like alkanes, our first rule is we select the longest chain. But in case of unsaturated hydrocarbons, our parent chain must contain the multiple bond. Means it must contain double or triple bond, regardless of the fact whether it also denotes the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms or not. It can be the longest chain of carbon atoms or it cannot be the longest chain of carbon atoms. For example, we explain it with example. For example, a compound CH3 CH2 CH2 C double bond CH2, then CH2 CH3. Now the longest possible longest continuous chain is, if a longest continuous chain is 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, this one. But when we name this compound, the naming should contain the unsaturated bond, must contain the unsaturated, it must cover the unsaturated bond. So our naming should be start from this double bond carbon atom. If it is present in the chain, it is not from this carbon atom, it will be from this carbon atom. 1 2 3 4 5. So our name will be, this is the correct method, and first one is the incorrect method. So our first rule is the parent chain must contain the multiple bond. The parent chain must contain this multiple bond, regardless of the fact whether it also denotes the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms or not. It is not the longest chain. It is of 5 carbon atoms, but the longest chain is of 6 carbon atoms, but it is not correct. The name should contain, the numbering should be start from the double bond, must contain the double bond in the parent compound. So first rule is the parent chain must contain the multiple bond, regardless of the fact whether it also denotes the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms or not. So this is the first rule. Now second rule is now if both double and triple bonds are present, the numbering of parent chain should always be done from that end which is nearer to the double or triple bond. If both double and triple bond are present in the parent compound, in the parent chain, the numbering should always be done from that end which is nearer to the double or triple bond. That means the lowest set of locant rule. For example, CH3 CH double bond CH, that is CH2 C triple bond C CH2 CH3. For example, this compound. Now in this case, our numbering should be, numbering can be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 or 8. Our locants are number 3 and number 6. Number 3 and number 6. Same compound CH3 CH double bond CH CH2, C, triple bond C, CH2, CH3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here the locants are at 2 and number 5. Locants are 2 and number 5. So this is the incorrect method. Correct is 2 and 5. Correct is 2 and 5. So lowest set of locant rule means we start the numbering from that end which is nearer to the double or triple bond. We start the numbering from that end which is nearer to the double or triple bond. Now third rule is if there is a choice in numbering, the double bond is always given preference over the triple bond. If there is a choice, double bond is always given preference over the triple bond. For example, we explain it with example. For example, a compound CH triple bond C, CH2, CH double bond CH2. Now we can start the numbering from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now set of locants at 1 and 4. Now same compound can be started, numbering can be started from another end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Locants are 1 and 4. So the same locants. But when we number this compound, when we do the numbering, we will always give preference to the double bond in comparison to the triple bond. So we start the numbering from this end. 1, 2. This is the correct method. And this one is the incorrect method. We always give preference to the double bond in comparison to the triple bond. So this is our third rule for the unsaturated compounds. Now fourth rule is if the organic compound contain only one double or one triple bond, its locant or the positional number is always placed before its suffix. If organic compound contain only one double or one triple bond, its locant or positional number is always placed before its suffix. For example, CH3, CH double bond, CH, CH3. For example, we start the numbering from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the basic compound is bute. It is bute derivative, bute plus, now locant is at the second position. Now its locant is at the second position. We place locant bute plus that is 2. That is the locant position, and suffix is in this case ene. Bute 2-ene. So when the compound contain only one double or triple bond, its locant or positional number is always placed before its suffix, and this is the locant. Locant is placed before its suffix. If, however, both double and triple bonds are present, their locants are written before their respective suffix, and terminal E from the suffix "-ene" is dropped while writing the complete name of organic compound. For example, CH3, CH double bond, CH, C triple bond, CH. Now, here we can start the numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, or we can start the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In first one we get the set locant set as 1 and 3. In second one we get the set at 2 and 4. So we select 1 and 3 position, means we start the numbering from 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. This is incorrect. So lowest set of locant rule. When we name this compound, now our basic parent chain is of 5 carbon atoms. So our word root is pent hyphen. No, it's we give preference to double bond. Double bond is at third position, 3 in, then 2 ine. But we this both double and triple bond, we remove e from the in. So name will be pent 3 in 2 ine. So if we contain both double and triple bonds, their locants are written before their suffix, their respective suffix, and terminal e from the suffix "-ine". Terminal e from the suffix "-ine" is removed while writing the complete name of the organic compound. So this is the complete name of compound pent 3 in 2 ine. Now next is for example, we give one more example, CH2 double bond C, CH3 CH2. Now in this case we start the numbering from this end. 1, here is 2, 3 and 4. Now this is a substituent. So right before it is used as a prefix. Its position is 2. So we write 2 methyl. No, it is a butane derivative. But. So there are 2 double bonds. For 2 double bonds, at what positions? They are at the first and third. Buta 1, 3, buta 1, 3. No, 2 positions, 2 double bonds. We add diene. Buta diene. Buta 1, 3 diene. So this is the name of the compound. One more example we can share. CH triple bond C, CH3 C, triple bond CH, 2 triple bonds. Now in this case we start the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same from both sides. So here is a substituent at third position. It will be written as a prefix 3 methyl. Now at 1 and 5, here is a 3 methyl. We have 3 methyl pentane derivative, 1 hyphen, 5 diene. This is the name of the compound. Penta 1, 4 diene. 1, 4 diene. This is the name of the compound. So when we have more than one double bond or triple bond, we add the words like di, tri, tetra according to the number before the "-ine" or "-ine". In some cases, all double bond and triple bond, they cannot be included in the longest chain. In such cases, the following prefixes are used for double and triple bonded groups. For example, if we have this group CH2 double bond, this group, it is oftenly used methylene prefix. They are used as prefix. Then like CH3 CH double bond, like we have this group. This is ethylidene. Ethylidene prefix we use, ethylidene. Like same CH2 double bond CH vinyl group or ethinyl group. Similarly CH triple bond C, if this group is there, this is ethinyl group. So we use them as a prefix. For example, we explain it with example. For example, CH2 double bond CH, C double bond CH2, CH double bond CH2. No, we in this case here are we have 3 double bonds. We cannot take this double bond in the longest chain, so we used is this as a substituent, this group as a substituent, and we used it as a prefix. We will add it as a prefix. So we start the numbering 1 2 3 4 5. At third position we have, in this case we have third position, we have group called methylene, 3 methylene. It is penta. Locants are at 1 penta 1, 4 diene. 3 methylene penta 1, 4 diene, the name of the compound. One more example we will give. For example, CH3 C triple bond C, CH double bond CH2, CH2 CH double bond CH2. Now in this case we will give preference to the double bond. Numbering will start from this end, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Heptene derivative. Now at fourth position we have, this is vinyl group or ethinyl group. So fourth position we have ethinyl group, ethinyl. This is hept. Now double and triple bond, 1 ins E and 5 ine. So E will be dropped from this in because it contains both double and triple bond. For ethinyl, hept 1 in 5 ine. So these are some basic rules for nomenclature of unsaturated hydrocarbons like alkenes and alkynes. So first rule is the parent chain must contain the multiple bond regardless of the fact whether it contains or denotes the longest continuous chain or not. Means it should contain a multiple bond, double or triple bond. Second rule is if both double and triple bonds are present, the numbering of parent chain should always be done from that end which is nearer to the double or triple bond. That is the lowest set of locant rule. Third rule is if there is a choice of numbering, we will give preference to the double bond in comparison to the triple bond. And if organic compound contain double or triple bond, the locant or positional number is always placed before its suffix. If both double and triple bonds are present, their locants are written before their respective suffix. Terminal E from the suffix "-ine" is removed in that case while writing the complete name of the compound. And some prefix name. Prefixes are used for the double and triple bonds. They are their common names. We use them as prefixes while writing the name of the compounds, which cannot be included in the longest possible chain. So this is all about the nomenclature of unsaturated hydrocarbons like alkenes and alkynes. Thank you very much for listening to this lecture. Kindly, if you like this lecture, kindly link, subscribe and share my lecture or my channel. Thank you very much. Or if you have any queries, you can write in the comment box. Thank you.